The YouTube channel's not any good, but he's a nice guy. Sorry, Mr. Boaty.
You make YouTube videos with...
Oh, you had me at YouTube videos. Let's go, Boaty.
Hello, darlings. And but that was a bit different, wasn't it? That rather took me by surprise. I pressed the wrong thing. Good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome to Wednesday night live with me. Coming live into your eyes and ears directly from Windy Bottom here in the Peak District National Park. You are all over the place, quite honestly. That's better, I think. Let's have a look at you. Let me see. That's, oh God, are you are you very slightly wonked? I think you're very slightly wonked. Only a little bit. Hold on. Let's try that. That's it. Well, actually, now you're a bit overwonked, but I can't be bothered. Yeah, it threw me off as well. I thought I would, I thought I'd try something a little bit different, and it's not the thing I thought it was. And it's got no ending, and it's all, oh dear, it's all a bit of an arse, but there we are. Good evening to Steecle, good evening Barry, good evening Joe, Simon, Ben, Neil, and yes, great. Well, okay, let's, it's a little bit of a celebration tonight. Some of you lovely people have noticed that this little community of ours has hit it. No, I overwonked you. I'm going to have to unwonk you. I'm going to have to put you back. I'm going to have to re-wonk you to the... Maybe you weren't actually on the wonk before. And maybe it's me that's wonked you. Maybe you are not to blame. You may be the innocent parties in this. Oh, God, no. This is ridiculous. Right, surely that's got to be right now. I know, don't call you Shirley. That's it. That is perfect. Yes, Trisha, hello. Adam, hi. Yeah, some of you have been kind enough to notice and comment on and congratulate me on a little milestone that our community has achieved. Earlier on today, as Ben has just said, 5,000 wonks and counting. Yeah, that's what we're going to be celebrating tonight, 5,000 wonks. And as I said in the Facebook group, I would like to congratulate all of you because this isn't something that I've done entire and of myself. This is something that we have achieved together. By dint of the, I think rather amazing little community that we've managed to drag around ourselves. And I mean, let's face it. I mean, the content is pitiful. I mean, it's not even really fair to call it content. It's absolutely abysmal. But the point is that a disparate group of people, mostly including you, my very special inner scrotum, we've kind of, oh God, above. I'm going to nail this to the wall so I don't have to go through this every night. Let's try that. Yeah, we've managed to bring together this amazing little community. Oh God, now you're on the left hand. Oh. You're just going to have to stay there. I don't care. I can't be bothered anymore. Yeah, we've managed to drag together a little community of all us disparate folk, and that's what's working really. As a community, we're wobbling out there into the great big YouTube world, holding hands to reassure each other, our eyes blinking as we gaze at the bright sunlit uplands of the territories of the larger channels, and you know, long may it continue, long may we grow, because what we've got, I think, is better than any of our larger, more successful brethren, because we've got each other and they haven't got that. They're just one guy or a couple of guys. Somebody's done a nice thing. Who's done that? Oh, Mark, thank you so much. I'm very grateful. New channel member. Whoa, brilliant. I'm loving this. Yeah, I mean, they're like one guy or a couple of guys, and they're putting out great content, but they haven't got what we've got. They haven't. Oh, I'm going to have to, bloody hell. They haven't got this amazing community thing, and I'm really loving the way that it is actually morphing and translating into more and more real life stuff. Not necessarily, oh no, that is actually perfect. That is perfect. I've achieved unwonked perfection, although you could kind of go that way a little bit, but I think we're close enough. Yeah, I love the fact that it's morphing and it's progressing into more and more real life stuff, and friendships are being formed and people are meeting up and things are happening. And I think that's all fantastic and amazing and brilliant, and I'm really loving it. So yeah, before we go any further, a massive heartfelt thank you to all of you watching this, all of you watching this in the future when it's not live. And I mean, I'll thank all the people who don't watch this as well, but have been part of it. Although arguably that's a waste of time because they're not going to know that I've thanked them. But maybe they'll get a cosmic thank you vibe that floats through the universe in some way. So thanks to all of you for making this what it is and making this little milestone possible, because you know, without you lot being the way that you are, I would still have 12 subscribers. And that's not me being humble, that's me being honest. And you know that I'm being honest because my videos are all shit. And you know there's no way I'd have got more than, well, I might have got 30, actually. Yeah, I might have got 30 because some people might have felt sorry for me. And I did put one out that was half decent. Well, slightly less awful than the others. But anyway, thank you to everybody who's congratulated me. And I'm actually really chuffed, to be fair. And the next milestone that we're going to hit will be, and this one I will take a bit of credit for, 1,000 videos. And I wouldn't be surprised. I bet there aren't many channels that will have hit 1,000 videos before I did, or I do. But anyway, that's enough of all of that. How are you guys? How are you doing? How has your day been? Oh, I'll tell you all about mine. Right, so the two things that are unspoken, we agreed this last night. You know that you need to name the live stream. You don't need to wait for me to remind you or ask you. And obviously, I want to know what you've eaten today. But anything else you want to tell me, tell me. Get it all out there. Oh, and I'm sure you remember our friend Joe, oh God, I can't remember the exact title of his channel now, the Western New York Bigfoot Investigator. You know who I mean. Lovely Joseph, who featured on quite a few lives and has been active in the Facebook group. He's a bit up against it at the moment, so if you want to send him some love, whether that's just the old thoughts and prayers or send him a bit of love via Facebook or whatever, I'm sure he'd appreciate it, because he's yeah, he's had he's had the kind of news that none of us want to get, basically, and he's having to cope with that and process it. So if you're watching this, Joe, I've been thinking about you all the time. I've been following all of your Facebook posts, and I send you all of the love and strength in the world, everything that I can. So there we are. There's that's a thing, especially when you get older, isn't it? There's kind of sadness all around us. And what can you do with that? I mean, it seems kind of unfair, really, that people have to deal with, that we have to deal with these sadnesses in life. But then, I mean, I guess that's what life is, isn't it? It can be glorious. And the other side of the coin is that it can be absolutely tragic and heartbreaking. But without one, you wouldn't get the other. So, yeah, how do you make sense of any of that? The same as I've been saying for ages and ages before, really. Every day is a blessing. Every day is an opportunity to take joy and to take happiness. So make damn sure that you do. Oh, balls. That's buggered. Okay, never mind. So, let's get back to the old comments, shall we? I need no star to you too, buddy. Hope you're all okay, says Joe. That's nice. Howdy quizzers, says Simon. And I think that is a reference even, to some sort of online quiz thing or live stream quiz thing you did tonight. I kind of half glanced at it when I was at work, but obviously I was at work, so I couldn't get involved. But sounds if you all had a lot of fun with that. 5,000 subscribers, congrats, says Joe. Thank you very much. And Neil says, hello all, congratulations, Boaty, on 5,000 subs. Thank you, Neil. Where are you? Oh, I did that. Oh, and I did that. Oh, and 5,000. Oh, Mike's here. Mike is here, and you can guess what he's called me, but a jolly good evening to you, Mike. I hope you're doing really well. I know you're busy, mate, but I hope you're productively busy, happy, and getting plenty of the good stuff set. I'm sure you are. Jaden is here, says hello everyone, and congratulations, mate. Thank you very much. Rob is here and says good evening. And Ross, who, Dinosaur Dad, who very kindly sent me a lovely message earlier on, and I actually remember to reply to it, which is very unusual. Ross also says congrats on the 5K. Thank you, Ross, and I don't think I'm breaking any secrets. I assume I'm allowed to tell you this. But Ross is going to be coming to these fair shores in, well, quite shortly, really, in the space of not too many weeks. And Ross has suggested a bit of a meetup, which I am totally on board with. You know, I've been talking about it for a while, you know, about the idea of it, and obviously, but wouldn't this be, I mean, one of us, one of our regular nightly community, coming all the way from Australia, which for those of you who don't know is on the other side of the world, literally, coming all that way, that has got to be the perfect excuse for us all to make an effort and all have a jolly good meet-up. I would enjoy that very much. It'll be like when Hobnut went to New Zealand, except more fun. And we'd all have... No, I can't say that. Oh dear. And Ben addresses Mike and says, the dark monk of Tosser's benediction is amongst us. Oh dear. A little community of wonkers, says Barry. Yeah, absolutely. Adam says, just put us upside down and have done with it. Perseverance has paid off, because you are in, from my eye, the perfect position there. I couldn't be happier with where you are. And I just wish that you would stay there ad infinitum. Or, you know, certainly for the foreseeable future. Good evening, say... Oh, that went a bit weird, didn't it? I had a semi-hiccup on the eve of evening. And I tried to go with it, and it put a bit of a wobble into the word evening, and that may have spoiled it somewhat. So I'm going to start again from the beginning. Da capo, as they say in Italian. Oh, God, I've just looked ahead. Good evening. Well, actually, she said good eve. But there we are. The point is Simone, the lovely Simone of Hooked on Classics, is right in our midst. And then the fantastic Mark joined as a channel member, for which I'm incredibly grateful. That makes 28 of you, and I'm really, really happy about that. And especially as it means that that's more and more people who'll be seeing the daily diaries on a daily basis. And I'm going to be putting, or trying to put more and more into those, and I would love as many people as possible to see them when they come out, so that they're a bit more relevant. Rob has adapted his name, and he is now Rob Hedgehog, and he hopes we're all well. And that's a jolly apposite name, because Rob is effectively the patron saint of hedgehogs, or at the very least, the patron saint of hedgehogs who live within about a 10-mile radius of his home. He's basically turned his home into a hedgehog hotel, with the most amazing air ambulance type medical facilities. Because any hedgehog in his hotel that presents with any sort of medical malady gets immediately airlifted or car lifted 19 minutes away to Tewkesbury to the Hedgehog Hospital. And, you know, hedgehogs are rather adorable little things. If you've ever seen a baby hedgehog, you'd fall in love immediately. And for too many people, their only interaction with hedgehogs is seeing the poor buggers squashed on a busy road. So I think the idea that somebody's going over and above to do nice things for them is absolutely fantastic. And maybe that will make up for the, well, I won't mention them by name, but a certain group of people to whom hedgehog is a delicacy. They bake them in clay, they encase them in clay, bake them in an open fire, and then when you break the clay off, it takes all of the prickles and skin, and they eat them. Now, hello, and I've just realised I can't be hypocritical and upset about that, because I also eat meat, and if you eat one meat, then you can't have a go at anybody for eating any other meat just because you think it's cute. So anybody who gets upset with the Koreans eating dogs, but who themselves eat chickens, is a bit of a hypocrite, because, you know, if you eat meat, then surely all meat has got to be fair game. You can't just pick and choose and say it's okay to eat one meat and not another, I would have thought. Boaty, if I may be so bold as to ask, what are your... And then it finishes. That's a comment on a video rather than a comment here in the live stream. But I'm tempted to look at it now so I can answer it. It might be interesting. Hold on, I'll have a look. Ah, right. Somebody has asked as a comment on one of my daily diaries. I'm so sorry. Boaty, if I may be so bold as to ask, well, didn't really give me a choice, because it's just been asked really as a comment. What are your, in inverted commas, official duties in the restaurant? And that is actually quite a good question. And the honest answer to that is, I don't know. I'm not sure if anybody knows. I don't have an official job title. My contract of employment simply states that I'm employed by the company and I receive a certain amount of money per month, and that's it. There's no mention of job title, no mention of duties, no mention of hours worked or anything of that nature. So I don't know what my official duties are. I mean, I know what I do, but I don't know whether I'm doing them officially. It's difficult to describe the setup in the restaurant. It really is. So, strictly speaking, legally speaking, my official duties are probably none. I think that legally and technically speaking, I'm contracted to arrive there and receive money on a monthly basis, and that's probably it. Yeah, so really it's I mean, you know, unofficially then we all pretty much do everything, and I do certain things that other people never do or can't do or wouldn't do, or I simply do better. And that's probably the nearest I can get to answering a question that hasn't even been asked in this live stream. It was asked on a video. So I've just wasted your time and my own, because I'm going to have to reply to that comment and write something like that all out. So why did I say it now? Because I'm a fool, that's why. All men are fools, and what makes them so is having beauty like what I have got. Oh, quiz. Okay, seeing as Simon was doing the quiz, I'll do one. Who said that? Which actress said that? I'll say it again for you. All men are fools, and what makes them so is having beauty like what I have got. Somebody will get that, I guarantee it. Now then, where did I get to? Oh, that's right. Yes, I remember now. Oh, a haiku from Simon. 5,000 people with a button to click, and click it they did, and bless them. Pingu Concord is amongst us and says, good afternoon, Admiral Wonka. Congrats on achieving 5k. Thank you very much indeed. Down a bit to your left, says Steecle. Well, that's an old comment. I think we're bang on now. Welcome to Rovering in the City, says Ben, and that's in that's in relation to Mark having taken out a City Rover channel membership. Simone says, I can't seem to gain subs very well. Bloody difficult. I agree, it is bloody difficult. Now, if you would like me to talk about my methods, then I would be happy to do so, but some of you might not be interested, so maybe I won't. What I will tell you is this. In my experience, as far as I can tell, and I look at my stats very, very carefully, people tend... Now, you might tell me I'm wrong, and I might be wrong, and this might not be 100% true in all cases, but I believe that generally speaking, people subscribe on the basis of a single video. So, one of my techniques has always been to put a certain amount of videos out there that I know will appeal to people or certain people, and those are videos that I have put out there purely to gain subscribers. They're not relevant, so it's a bit of a cheat, really, basically. But they're just videos that I've put out there that I know will get viewed, that I know people will like, and people will subscribe to them in the hope or expectation of getting other similar videos that they won't like. Now, they probably won't, because those are not my normal videos. They're just videos that I've put out there to snare unwary people and get them to subscribe. And then I work on the basis that once people have subscribed, a certain percentage can't be asked or won't be asked to unsubscribe if they're not getting enough of the same content that they subscribe to, if that makes any sense. And anybody who looks at all my videos, it's not difficult to see which of the videos that I've put out there purely to ensnare subscribers. I was doing it before I was monetized, and I've done it since I was monetized, because they also pull in views, and views mean a little bit of money. And you know, money is useful stuff. You can spend it in shops and everything. You can exchange it for wine, and wine gets you drunk. What's not to like about that? But keep fighting the good fight, Simone, you'll get there. Well, you're already getting there. You're doing jolly well. Ben says, and this is directed at Rob Hedgehog, Ken, thanks for pop mastering by. I didn't spot it with Rob. Mustard spotted it straight away. And as soon as Mustard mentioned Ken Bruce, or a younger Ken Bruce, because obviously Rob is in his prime. Rob is like prime man. He just oozes prime masculinity. Honest to God, I mean, it just... Okay, well, I wish that hadn't happened. Maybe I need to get back into the habit of turning the Wi-Fi off on other devices. In fact, I will do that now. Bear with. Wi-Fi off. And on this one too. Wi-Fi off. Right, and let's see if that helps. What was I talking about? I've forgotten now. Hold on. Oh yeah, I remember. Rob, being in his prime manhood. Now, as I said, if you've ever had the misfortune to be in near proximity to me, you will know that I smell of old failed man. I smell of like cabbage that has been, I exude an aura of overboiled cabbage that is neither use nor ornament. Whereas Robert exudes a very thrusty aura where, oh God, I mean, I was like him when I was his age. You know, just life goes on and you fall apart. So whilst he does undoubtedly look like Ken Bruce, he looks like a prime Ken Bruce. Not the, I mean, what is he now? 93, isn't he? Not the 93-year-old who's just taken the corporate shilling to go on to Greatest Hits Radio and flog you double glazing after playing the extremely long song that he always puts on after Parkmaster so that he can go to the bog. Because, like the rest of us of a certain age, his bladder is not what it used to be. Actually, my bladder's not bad. Touch wood. I mean, you know, I'll probably wet myself in the morning now I've said that. But my bladder's holding up much better than other parts of my body. Don't even talk to me about toenails. Simon says, Simone, I know, right? It's like people don't want to watch people drinking soup. Do it for the passion, says Sounds Vintage. And that's a good idea. Pingu says, quantity over quality seems to be the key to gaining subs. Right, that's probably a bit of a, you know, an amusing dig, but I actually believe that. And I've gone on record as saying that if you're not going to be putting out videos that are going to do tens of thousands of views and pull people in like that, then put plenty of videos out, be in people's face all the time on a daily or twice daily basis at least, so that you're always there. And above all, be very, very open about who and what you are. Don't be a presenter. If you're not presenting a really polished, finalized video like the big boys do, then don't try and be a presenter. Be you and be very open about who and what you are. And then if you're in people's faces day in, day out, human nature being what it is, people won't be able to help but getting somehow invested in you. And you'll get subscribers like that. Even if they don't like you particularly, then it's just, that's how soap operas work and things. You know, people, if you're there often, frequently, and people have a bit of downtime, and you are open enough to in some way pique their interest, whether they enjoy you, are amused by you, feel sorry for you, are horrified by you, any of those, that will hook people in, and you will get subs. And that's something else that I've done. I knew that it worked with singles, just that, you know, love you or hate you, if you're there all the time and engaging people, even if it's in a negative way, that's going to hook them in. And so I suspected that would work with YouTube as well. So if gaining subscribers is your thing, and if, like me, you're not capable of doing a polished professional performance aided and abetted by technology and charisma and all of that sort of thing, then those would be my top 2 hints. Put out videos that are designed purely to attract subscribers, and put, like Pingu said, quantity over quality. Put loads of stuff out there, but make it very personal, because you'll hear a lot of people say that in order to do well at YouTube, you need a niche. Well, the ultimate niche is that you are you, and you are unique, just like everybody else. Nobody else is you. So if you've got no other niche, if you haven't got any particular exceptional knowledge that is you and yours alone, or experience that is you and yours alone, or passion that is you and yours alone, or presenting style or whatever, the niche that you've also got, always got, is you. Nobody else can do that. So if you've got nothing else, exploit that. And if you're a fat-assed, fat-brained idiot like me, well, there you go. I'm living proof. Come on, be yourself, do it regularly, give a little bit of shit, a little bit of a shit about the people that watch you, and people will become engaged, even though they think, oh, God, he's a fat-assed, fat-brained idiot, that one. What a tosser. But they'll hit the subscribe button, or some of them will. I mean, some of them will flounce off and never speak to you again, obviously, but hey-ho, Selager, and we discussed that phrase before, so I know you know what it means. I will watch your soup film, says Simone, and that's aimed at Simon. Mike says, bring back Matt the Stickman. I am not Matt's keeper. I am not his responsible adult. I cannot bring him back. The only person that can bring Matt back is Matt. And I'm not getting involved in that. What? What? Soup mother sipping soup. Fondle me and Ainsley. What the bloody hell are you rattling on about, Ben? Skick is here and says, no, you do put a lot of time into your channel, Boaty. Accept the congratulations. Okay, I will. Thank you. I accept your congratulations, and I'm really, really, really chuffed. I really am, actually. I won't admit to this, but I put a couple of videos out that I knew would, and I was watching the numbers, and I saw the exact moment when I went from 4,999 to 5,000, and I screenshotted it, so I know the exact minute, the exact time. Thinking of you, Joe, says Ben. Oh, right, and yeah, Mike is sending love. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys are Facebook friends with him, and I'm sure if you sent him Facebook requests, I'm sure he would accept them. He's very entertaining on Facebook. He's a bit like me. He's very open about his life, and like I say, he's had some bad health news that, you know, tricky to deal with. So if any of you guys are Facebook friends with him, then obviously you'll be fully aware of what I'm talking about. But, you know, some of you won't know him at all. But he came on the live stream by accident. He was a really nice guy. We all had a good laugh with him. Me at least, have become Facebook friends. He joined the Facebook community group. He was active in that. And he's a nice guy. He's one of us. And life has just thrown some shit at him. So, you know, God knows how the universe works. I suspect that doesn't matter how much thoughts and good vibes and, well, actually, I don't want to say that. I was going to say it makes no difference. And I don't want to believe that. The logic in me says that it makes no difference. Shit happens. But I'm going to refuse to believe that. And I'm going to believe that if we all send positivity and thoughts, then on some level, I'm going to believe that that helps. I don't know. I guess it's nice to know that people give a bit of a crap about you, even maybe people that you've never met. I don't know. I think that's a good thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Show us your Zippo, says Steacold. Yeah, well, it's not working at the moment. It needs a new flint. But I will happily show it to you. There it is. Now, I used to have a very rare Zippo. I can't remember if I've ever spoken to you about this before, but when the Red Arrows, the Red Arrows have, or had at that point, only ever done one display in North America. And they did a flyover the Statue of Liberty. And as part of the package that they were given as a gift by the authority of New York, all the members of the Red Arrows received, amongst many other things, a one-off thing of a Zippo engraved with the picture of the Red Arrows fly past to the Statue of Liberty, and it was engraved Western Arrows and the date. I think it was I can't remember the exact date, but I had a little bit of a connection with, well, I didn't. I had a connection in law, or whatever you call it. Lisa, who I've talked about many, many times, the one I lived with in Exeter and in Cyprus, she ran a private airline, blah, blah, blah. Her previous boyfriend prior to me was the, I've forgotten what you call him, Red One or whatever, the lead doings of the Red Arrows. And they'd stayed friends even after they split up. And when the Red Arrows were doing anything down south, they were based at Exeter Airport, which is where Lisa's airline operated from. Because Exeter Airport, for those that don't know, it's got a horrendously long runway. Concorde can and did once land at Exeter. So when they were in town, we used to go out with them. You know, we used to go out in the town with them. And I ended up selling a Lexus Sora to, not to Lisa's ex, but one of the other pilots. Part of the deal, it was a bit of a complicated deal, and part of the deal was he didn't smoke. And he was part of the formation flyover in New York. And I got his Zippo lighter, which I had for years and years and years, never used, and sold it when I was skint. About, how long ago? 4 or 5 years ago, maybe? But yeah, that was the most interesting Zippo I've owned. You didn't really need to know that, did you? Pingu says to Simon that he's sorry you missed his quiz. Mike says, don't be sorry, Pingu, it was shite. So there we are. Stephen S. Paul is with us. Simon says, please can you put on a beanie hat? Simon says, please can you put on a beanie hat slowly on camera? It's for my fashion course sponsored by Tesco. Oh, Simon. Simon. You, my dear chap, are genuinely a very funny man. And you do make me laugh. Right, I'm not going upstairs to get my beanie, but I'll do this for you. Well, actually, let's go for... What do you reckon? Can I do it? Hold on. Bollocks! Hold on. Yes! Yes! Thank you very much. Okay, that wasn't probably slowly enough for Simon, but... There you go. No, I better move that now. No. I love this hat. This is the hat that when I bought this hat, I was in the shop with Mrs. Boaty. It was very expensive, this. And Mrs. Boaty, the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty, went to the shop assistant and offered her £20 if she refused to sell me this hat. That's true. That's true. And then she said she'd leave me if I bought it. And I big fat bought it anyway. Oh dear. Oh God, here we go. Right, Neil now says, can you show me your elbow? Can you show me your elbow singing the can, please? It's for my BTEC sport coursework. Oh God. Oh dear. Sorry, that's really amusing me. Joe says I'm definitely coming up to visit again soon, and I really hope you do. It was I was very happy. Now, obviously Monday was a disaster, right? But when things like this happen now, it makes me very, very happy. It gives me a warm feeling that out of a bit of YouTube nonsense, really nice things like that can happen. And that actually means a lot to me. So, oh, somebody's done a nice thing. Who's done that? Who's done that? Oh, Neil. Bless you, mate. Thank you very much. Oh, dear. Yeah, so I would like to say a massive thank you to Joe for, you know, it's a bit of a leap of faith. You think about this, right? Now, Joe's a young lad, right? And even I can remember what it was like to be a bit, you know, when you're a bit young and you haven't got the confidence that you get later on and whatnot. Now, Joe, a young lad, came from the bottom arse end of the country to buy a car on trust that he'd never seen or driven, and to spend a couple of days hanging out with a dodgy old guy that he'd also never seen or met. So when you think about it, that's a bit of a leap of faith, isn't it? And equally, you know, I did my little bit, picked him up from the station and whatnot. Simon and Mustard did their bit as well for somebody that we never met because of this crazy little thing that we're all doing. And it was fantastic. I loved every minute of it. So a massive thank you to Joe. A massive thank you to Simon and Mustard for giving up your time and just being amazing members of the community and just making fun times happen for all of us. And that's just one example involving me. You know, there are other things happening as well, and I'm just so excited about where this could go. and as it all splinters off a bit, because it's not all about me. The community isn't built around me. We're like a solar system. We're all these little planets in the same solar system. Actually, this is quite a good analogy when you think about it, because you've got all of these different channels, right? So you got me, you got Project Nigel, you got Smashing Pistons, you got Beards and Bangers, you got Hooked on Classics. So, and we are all of these like individual planets with our own individual moons, but we all like share the same solar system, and the moons kind of go around, or I don't know, something like that. But it's just really, really nice, isn't it? And there's more and more stuff happening. And I just think it's all brilliant. And I keep saying this because it keeps being true. I'm so happy and grateful to be part of it all. And that's genuine. I think it's amazing. Even when it's nothing to do with me. I just think it's brilliant. I love hearing that some of you like meet up at shows or whatnot, or you have amazing fun on each other's lives and all of that. And I just think it's great that between us all, we've all come together as a group of individuals and made a kind of collective thing. And I think that's what we've got that the massive channels haven't. I mean, okay, you know, Matt has done his community thing, and you know, Matt is lovely and makes time for people at shows and whatnot, as do the others and all of that sort of thing. But that's like, those are like more one-off things. I mean, and this is an everyday thing. It's like we're genuinely just friends, part of each other's life. I just think it's all wonderful. Where did I get to? Oh, Steve says, I've just bought a Zippo display cabinet, holds 24, show me yours. Mark is making use of the mustard as a muff magnet emoji. Simone is bloody good at quizzes on cars, says Joe. Oh, she won the second round. Okay. Oh, Hedgehome. I like that. My filming ability, says Simone, has taken a downturn. Oh dear. My phone battery has swollen up, so I can't risk using it. Hence, video and audio quality is suffering. Oh dear. And Simone goes on to say that today she refurbished the wiper motor mounting plate and failed to film it properly. Oh dear. Mike, you're an arsehole. Stop it. He said hedgehog soup. I don't know if that's a thing. Probably is. I just remember reading about that the Romans used to eat hedgehog baked in clay, and that makes sense because, you know, you eat what's around you, don't you? What's available. And if you're interested, tonight I will be, well, it won't come as a surprise, I'll be eating curry. Oh, and for lunch today, I had ram's beans. I had my first taste of Nepalese green beans, and they apparently they're a little bit sweeter than the European variety, and they're certainly a different shape. Oh, and last night, you know how tired I was last night. I woke up at 5:30 with raging toothache. Well, maybe not raging, but sufficiently tweaking to make sure that I woke up. 5:30. And I came downstairs, and I'd only been asleep for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Came downstairs, got a drink, took a couple of ibuprofen that I had knocking about. Had a look at my phone, noticed that I'd forgotten to finish my wine, when I actually went to bed. There was about that much wine left, so I drank that as well. Sod it. Alcohol, anaesthetic. And after about 20 minutes, I went back to bed and slept until 11. And God, I feel so much better for it. So, yeah, after the mad weekend, the crazy Sunday night, and then the slightly mad Monday and Tuesday, tomorrow morning I think I'll be back to normal. I've had a bit of a rest day today. I'm still feeling it a bit at the moment, but another night of decent sleep and a little bit of a lie-in tomorrow morning and I will be as right as rain. I love hedgehogs, they're cute, says Joe. Does that mean, says Adam, that you can't get upset at cannibals being cannibals? If you eat any meat, that is. Probably. I've never been upset at cannibals being cannibals. I mean, I probably would be if they ate me. Project Nigel just dropped a new video, says Stephen S. Paul. Yeah, I think I saw that earlier. I had a notification come up. I don't know what it's about. Obviously, I know what Mustard's done today. He's been on, well, I mentioned it last night, didn't I? And I don't know if the video's about that. I hope it is, because he's not really given me an update on today. I pinged it. Obviously, I knew what was happening today. Mentioned it last night. And I pinged him earlier and just said, I hope you had a fun day. And he pinged back with, well, I won't tell you exactly what he said, but it didn't tell me a great deal. So I actually need to watch the video to find out what's going on. But I hope it's a general video and not a channel member video, because I'm not a channel member of his yet. I will be. I will do it. I promise. And obviously, Mr. Mustard, Captain Mustard, is now a channel member of mine. But the problem is, he joined mine for 99p, and somebody told me that his lowest tier is like $3.99 or something. So that's not fair. Except it kind of is, because I'm going to do it. I'll do it anyway. I'll tell you when I'll do it. Like he did on mine, bless him. The next time Mustard does a live, that's when I will take out a channel membership so that people can see you doing it. Because otherwise, nobody knows that you've done it. And Mustard very kindly did it on the live on Tuesday. So, yeah, you can see. And then obviously the name comes up and you get the symbol and you get the green name and all of that. And maybe that will encourage other people to do the same. So that is my promise. The next time Mustard does a live, I will take a channel membership. And I'll tell you what I'll do. As a 5,000 celebration, and as much or more than anybody that I have to thank for 5,000 subs, obviously Mustard is going to be up there at the top of the list. Captain Mustard was my 13th subscriber. The first time I met him, I had 12 subscribers, and he took out his phone, boss by boss, and said, now you've got 13. Bless him. And obviously the fact that I did stuff on his videos and vice versa, and he was always very generous with the shout outs and whatnot, he gave me a massive head start. And the vast majority of my subscribers in the relatively early days came thanks to Mustard. So, as a little thank you to Mustard, the next time he does a live, and you can tell him this, because he won't be watching, he'll be editing. He might pop in. Oh, actually, he might be watching. It's 4 minutes to finish. So this is about the time he normally pops up. I'm probably behind on the comments. But the next time Mustard does a live, I will join as a channel member of Project Nigel, and I will gift a membership to somebody else on the live stream. And that will be my little thank you for his help. So there you go. Tune in to Mustard's next live. Black Lines is with us and says congrats on 5k Boaty. Thank you very much, and thank you for the part that you played in it. Shut up, Boaty, says Simone. There must be wine that you won't drink, in reference to the meat comment. Yeah, there is. There is, Simone. There are many wines that I won't drink. I don't drink dessert wine. And there are many grapes that I'm not fond of. But that's not quite the same thing. That's just personal taste. I don't refuse to drink them on moral grounds. I refuse to drink them on taste grounds. Where I was saying the hypocrisy is that somebody who eats meat themselves castigates somebody else who eats meat because they personally think that it's a meat that they shouldn't be eating. That's where I think it's... thank you, Mike, for that. That's where I think it's hypocritical. Mike has come up with a job title for me, Chief Tosser. It's probably about right, actually. Oh, right. Apparently Mustard's video is a collection of MJ and the Red Rover leaving the Yard of Dreams. What red? Oh, the 800. And Poor Paul fixing Minge Bag. Oh, right. Well, I'll watch that afterwards. Ben used to be Gopi's gopher, but sadly not now. Oh, yeah. And the famous AA guy called Samuel. Absolutely. Video title from Mike, 5K. Well, that's short and to the point. And Ben says, Mike, unerringly accurate as always. And I think that's probably in reference to Cheap Tosser. Don't freeze your wine, says Simon, who has just pinged me. And it might be a good point. Let's have a look. Oh, Simon, you caught it just at the right time. Look, the wine turds are forming. Thank you, mate. Did you enjoy Monday night with Simon and Joe? I really did. It's a shame that they're, you know, geographically we're all so far apart. It's really fun doing it when you're actually together. And I should probably apologise that I was a bit tense on Monday. It had been like I've had quite a few comments saying that I wasn't as relaxed as I normally am, or words to that effect. And God, I think on Tuesday's live, somebody was telling me to get my blood pressure checked. It was a stressful day. But I loved that anyway. Oh, brilliant. James is here and says, bloody hell, Boaty. I asked that question on your daily diary about your duties. That was a fantastic response. Thank you. Oh, good. So I don't have to reply on there. In that case, I will very slightly expand. Oh, well, well, no, I said it. No official duties. But what do? I do deliveries when there isn't a driver. I run the pass when nobody else is running the pass. I will prepare food when food needs preparing. The things that I do that are unique to me that nobody else does is I do all of the legal work. I do all of the customer relations work. I do all of the marketing work. I do all of the advertising. I look after all of the social media. I look after the websites. That's what I do, and I do alone. Everything actually in the kitchen or in the restaurant, I'll just do whatever needs doing. So I'll run the bar, I'll do front of house, I'll answer the phone, I'll take orders, I'll take bookings, I'll wait on tables, I'll clear down, and I'll do all of the work in the kitchen. I wash the pots when the pots need what. That's the way we are. We're the little community within a community. And for those of you who don't realise, the guys at work, they're massively into you guys and the YouTube thing. When you see today's daily diary, which I'm not going to do tonight, I'm still a bit tired. It'll go out in the morning. You will see how chuffed they were about the 5K thing. And they've been, just like you guys, the guys at work have been living this with me right from day one, and they couldn't be more excited about it. So make no mistake that the restaurant guys, they're as much a part of the community as we are. Now, obviously, there's a bit of a language barrier when it comes to the live streams, and they're busier than me. They do longer hours than me. They take the piss out of me in the restaurant because they all call me the boss, and sometimes that's because there are certain things, certain decisions that are made that I take, but most of the time it's because they say, you come in after we have done most of the work, you go home before we have finished the work, you take all the food that you need. Obviously you are the boss. So yeah, they don't have the time or whatever, but believe me, they're part of the community, and you will all meet them one day. And since there have been a few changes at work, and there are more changes to come, I can reveal after some info I got tonight, that the two communities are going to become more like that. So I hope you find it interesting, but there is going to be more restaurant stuff and more stuff from the guys in the restaurant, and you're going to get to know them better. And the team that we're building now at the restaurant is absolutely lovely. And anyway, there you are. I need to get through these comments because it's time to let you all go. Right, Ben says, as well as videos, I'd say Boaty has played the shorts game very well, regaining subs. Well spotted, Ben. Yeah, shorts can and do work really, really well. One of these days, if anybody's interested, I'll actually show you my stats, and I'll show you where my subs come from. I can put a short out and I can pull in 50. I can pull in 50 subs off a single short if it's, well chosen and whatnot. Now, I might not keep them all. They might unsubscribe. There is a flow off. But, as long as you've got more coming in than going out, then you're going in the right direction. And subs can work, shorts can work really, really well for subs. But again, if gaining subs is your thing, and I've said this before, use them in conjunction with another video, right? Now, you will get people who will watch a short and they will sub. But what you will often get is you'll get people watching a short and saying, oh, that's interesting, clicking on the channel, and then the first video that they will see is the video that you have got in pole position, that you have selected to be the video that is first visible by people who are not subscribed to the channel. And if you weren't aware, you control that. You choose that video, right? So you'll get people watch the short, click on your channel. The first video they're going to see is the one that you have put there for them to see. And they will click on that. That video will get more views than any others. And that is probably the video that they will make the sub decision on. So do use shorts. They work very well in attracting people. They get easy views. If the short is a good one, people will click on your channel. They will click on that video. So make that video the one that is going to make them want to sub. Yeah, well spotted, Ben, and that is exactly that's exactly what I've done with that, and it and it has worked very well. To give you an idea, my pole position video for people who haven't subscribed to the channel, so the one that they will see, the one that pings out at them, top of the top of my channel homepage. It's a different one if you are subscribed, by the way. That's something else that you can do. But that video, oh God, I can't give you the exact number, but I've certainly earned well over 250 subscribers on that video alone. Just that one video. So it really does work. What do you think of spiders, Boaty? Asked Jaden. I think they're absolutely fabulous. I know that without the spider population, then the insect population would become a massive problem. I know that they are very timid creatures who try to hide away from humans and others. I know that the vast majority of spiders are not in any way harmful to humans or interested in being harmful to humans. And I treat spiders very humanely. I have many in the cottage, given the location, that's a given. Some of them are like friends. I've got a spider living in my front door, just there. I talk to him. Every time that I come home, he will be out in his web, and I will speak to him and say hello. He runs away. Spiders do that. Spiders will always run away from you. They'll never try and attack you. They're not interested in that. Spiders eat flies, apart from one spider that is vegetarian. Otherwise, they eat insects that they trap in their webs. But when it comes to a human being, they're going to run away from you. But I welcome spiders. I think of spiders as little dudes who share my home, and they're very welcome. Although I do keep the cobwebs down. There are some places where I'm happy to leave the cobwebs, and there are other places where I'm not. But if I know that a cobweb is active, then I will tend to leave it if I know that it's habitated. Oh God. Anyway, that's enough about spiders. A brick called Wilfred, that did so well for me. And the annoying thing is I can't keep doing those because that was just a momentary whim. I mean, that was the best performing video. It's not my highest number, but it's done about 3,000 views. But it did 3,000 views in like 2 hours. It's the only non-short that I've ever had go stupidly viral. And yeah, that did really well on subs for me as well, but I can't replicate it. It was just a spur of the moment whim thing, a bit like the potato in the Rover Tourer. And I wish I could think of things like that more often, but it wasn't planned. It just happened. A brick called Wilfred. I was just bored pottering about the yard and just recorded snaps of things like Mustard does, just to take the piss basically. And hey, it worked really well. But I hope to try and do another one. Oh dear. Oh, Simone's currently editing a That's Grave episode. I like that title actually, that's very good. Has someone guessed Glenda Jackson? Mark, no they hadn't, but yeah, that's exactly who it was. All men are fools, and what makes them so is having beauty, like what I have got. It was indeed Glenda Jackson, on Morecambe and Wise, of course. Oh, bless you, Neil. No one does you better than you. Don't change for anyone. Well, back at you, mate. And I would say exactly the same thing to anybody else. Right, Mike thinks that, Mike would agree that positive vibes help. I like to think they do. Michael, I will do a short video for you. Didn't have a chance to do it today. Today's my rest catch-up day. Absolutely knackered. Had to go to work tonight. but I will do it, I promise. Oh, Carlos TM. That's a new name. Shit story. Oh, well, there you are. Most of mine are. Top chapeau work, says Mark. Chapeau, of course, but God, how far behind on the comments am I? Jesus Christ. Oh, and it's 12 minutes past time I was supposed to finish. Right, let's get through these comments. You poor sods need to go to bed. So do I. Right, no distractions. Here we go. That hat makes him look like John Belushi and the Blues Brothers. Skick agrees that being positive does help. I agree. So, yeah. Can you show me your elbow to prove you know it from your arse, says Cheeseburger? Can't believe I'm doing that. Skick is asking Mike what area of Wales does he live? Oh right, Mike's answered Cardiff. Have you heard of the Eggman from Cardiff? Well, I haven't. I did, Michael, yes, and I will. Diddly do. Right. Up to you, Simone. When Mingebag spectacularly failed, I would have got the AA to drop me back at the station, says Cheeseburger. Sod off. Oh, God. Pingu says, can you show us Jeffrey and Archer? Which are, of course, what I call my nipples. One at a time, please. It's for my breastfeeding course. A tenner, Pingu. I'll send you a private video, mate. That'll teach you. Actually, I will. And that really will teach you. Be careful what you wish for, sunshine. Oh, dear. Could you wear a chef's hat and only a chef's hat and cook some momos? It's for my home economics project. Oh, God. I'm going to send you a video as well, Neil, of me doing exactly that. I'll teach you. Boaty is Uranus in the solar system. Oh, Hedgehog Sandwich, great album. And I agree, Cheeseburger. That was, for those who don't know, not the 9 o'clock news. And that was a brilliant album. One of my favourites ever. What brings revenue in, asks Skick. What brings revenue in more, subscribers or views? You get nothing from having subscribers, Skick. Revenue comes from views, but not views of videos, views of adverts. So you can have 100,000 views, but if they all skip the adverts, yeah, it's all about people watching the adverts. Your revenue on YouTube comes from advert views on your videos, and that's only very small, by the way, and what is called fan funding. So, for example, my revenue, well, I don't mind telling you the truth, I normally tell you. Last month I earned £77 and about 20 quid of that was ad revenue and the rest was channel memberships, super thanks, super chats, etc. or fan funding as YouTube call it. But you get nothing from having a subscriber per se, unless they subscribe to YouTube Premium. No, that's wrong. That's only if they watch your videos on YouTube Premium. If somebody is subscribed to ad-free YouTube and watches your video ad-free, you get a share of what they paid to do that, the YouTube Premium thing. But you get nothing for subscribers. Nothing whatsoever, Skick. It's just vanity. So if you've got 100,000 subscribers and you don't put a video out and you've got no videos out, you get sod all. So subscribers really are about vanity, except that generally speaking, obviously the more subscribers you've got, the more views you get, the more people watch the adverts, and therefore the more ad revenue you get. And obviously the more subscribers you get, the more likely you are to have channel members, people very kindly send super thanks, super chats, that sort of thing. But technically, subscribers earn you nothing purely for hitting that button. Simone says, today I listened to a classic 1997 album from start to finish at a rather loud level. The Prodigy's Fat of the Land. Jolly good. Michael's looking forward to the video and always feels welcome here, which is good because you are. I'm sure we've breached the 20 minutes behind the comments time now, says Simon. Oh, probably. Your tears are bang on, says Mark. Oh, well, thank you. I think it was a good idea to introduce City Rover. I'm glad I did that. Simone would like to hit 2,000 subs before Crimbo. I'm like the new injury time rules in football. Yeah, something like that. Video title, 5 gold bars. Oh, that's not bad. Or 5 golden rings. Not bad too. God. Oh, right. Mark says, and this is not Mark on motoring. This is Mark Parsad, who is now a channel member. I'm delighted to say, thoroughly enjoyed my first live stream experience. I didn't realise it was your first one. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, and more from the restaurant will be terrific. Well, it's coming. Change the name of the restaurant, says Steve Nespal, to Mr. Boaty's. Now then, there's an idea. It'd be a more exciting title than the actual name of the restaurant, which is Kathmandu Gurkha 2. I mean, Kathmandu Gurkha is a great name. It's just that there was already Kathmandu Gurkha. And when they opened another branch, it's just called Kathmandu Gurkha 2 Ripley. Maybe I could do like a Michelin star thing. And, you know, where they do the chef's name at the so-and-so. So it's like Gordon Ramsay at Claridge's. Maybe we could change it to Mr. Boaty at Kathmandu Gurkha Ripley. Boom. We'll do that when I hit 100,000 subscribers, and I've just hit my elbow on the chair and that really hurt. Cheeseburger says, let me know when you're going to show the YouTube stats. I'll go and wash what's left of my hair. I was not going to stay here tonight, says James W, but I can't leave. It's too good. Oh, bloody hell. I won't keep you much longer, James, I promise. I was supposed to have gone 20 minutes ago. Oh, comments. God. Simone's talking about her shorts. Cheeseburger says, Boaty talks to spiders. That's why they put him away. Stephen S. Paul has got a bunch of tarantulas living in various cars at work and at home. Oh, Simon's on form. Cheeseburger, he thinks he's on the World Wide Web. Simone says, spiders scare the crap out of me. Why? Video title, A Spider Called George. Actually, I like that. It's all been about 5,000 subs, or a lot of it has. So I like the idea of calling it A Spider Called George. In fact, that's what it's going to be called. That is, thank you, Cheeseburger, for naming tonight's live stream, which has been a celebration of you guys and 5,000 subscriber milestone. And we're going to call it A Spider Called George, because we're all bloody idiots who should be in bed. Oh dear, I've loved tonight as well. Thank you so much, guys. And I will get through these comments and we will go. Jeffrey and Archer says cheeseburger in reference to my nipples should be Diana and Dawes. Oh God, that would have worked, wouldn't it? Diana Dawes, real name Diana Fluck. And her firstborn son was called Jason, same as me. There you go. Oh, Carlos TM says it was a Zippo story I said was shit. You were so far behind. I am. The rest of the live stream was super entertaining. Kind of. Well, damned with faint praise there, Carlos, but thank you. I endure endless the end is in sight. We can go to bed in a minute, darlings. Pingu says, I endure endless adverts for you, Boaty. Where's my cake? I've never met you. Come here. There will be cake. Come to the restaurant. There will be cake. Come to the yard. I will bring cake. Video title, Tears of a Clown. Oh, that's really good, actually. I might add that, if there's room, I'll add that to the A Spider Called George, because that's quite clever. Tears as in I-E-R-S. The cake is not a lie, Simon. There will be cake, I promise. Only go out and buy a sodding cake tomorrow. I should have brought one on Tuesday, but time was against me. Right, next Monday, I'm taking cake to the yard, right? And if you don't turn up to the yard, then it's your own fault. You'll have to watch me and Mustard eat it on the lunch video, or a bit of it. And I will leave the bit of the cake that we don't eat at the yard, and then you can't complain, all of you upper tier channel members. There will have been cake, and it's not my fault if you don't eat it. Gordon Boaty's House of Flatulence. That would... Do you know what? If I ever open a restaurant, I would call it that. Gordon Boaty's House of Flatulence. Oh, no. Good night, Boaty, says Mark P. It's been great. And thank you for joining us, Mark, and thank you for joining as a channel member. Very grateful. Video title from Simon. 5k subs in and still no bloody queue. That's accurate. Oh, Trace is here. Spoiler, there's never cake. There's going to be cake. There will be cake next Monday, I guarantee it. And cake review on Monday, please, one at a time. Ram's Kitchen. Hello, Ram. Oh, bless you. You'll be seeing Ram again on tonight's, on today's Daily Diary, which will be going up there tomorrow. And I hope you'll be getting to know Ram. You'll be seeing Ram's garden as well. And I had the joy of eating Ram's homegrown beans today. So thank you, Ram. Oh, were you at Bishnu's? Did you go and eat Momo? Tell me tomorrow night. I'm about to go. I've kept these people 25 minutes too long. But thank you for the big congratulations. And we'll have a party at the weekend. Maybe Sunday. For those who don't know, Ram's Kitchen that's commented is Chef Ram, head chef at the restaurant. You all know him. Loveliest man you would ever meet. Skik says, if I send you a needed gift, will you open it during a live stream? Absolutely, Skik. Yes, 100%. Pingu, Ram does not need to provide the cake. I will provide the cake. It will be there on Monday. The cake is not a lie. Good night, Jason, says Mike, and good night, humans. And thank you, everybody. There will be cake. I promise you there will be cake. And now, a little later than expected, we are all going to go to bed. And remember the rules. No food and drink in bed. Last one in, turn the light out. No hugging the duvet. Right, let's get you farted out, shall we? Where are we? Here we go. Oh. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There you go. Okay, darlings, thank you so much for your company tonight. Thank you for your congratulations. Congratulations and thanks again to all of you. Have a safe and peaceful night. Have the best day that you can tomorrow. Take great care of yourselves. Much love and strength to Joe, by the way, if he happens to watch this. And I'll see you all tomorrow night. Have a great night's sleep. Much love to you all. Take care. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye-bye.